Hello everyone, my name is Hilde and welcome back to my channel for the chaos that is this knitting video. Well, I've been pretty poorly the last couple of weeks, which you know if you've seen my previous videos, due to a Ehlers-Danlos flare-up that will not abate. At this point, I have also busted the ligaments in my right ankle and knee. Woke up like that. Basically busted them simply by existing. Yay me. So yeah, it's not been a good week health-wise. So I decided to just film a lot of cat clips. Now, I will start on the cat clips soon. I'm sorry, the brain fuzz is real and the brain fog is real and the words are hard. But yeah, I filmed lots of cute cat clips. Job was very, very helpful. I also managed to get wonder over wonder, a bit of a reveal. So for some of the things I actually finished, so those will be inserted as well. So just so you know, I'm gonna stop talking and there's gonna be cute cats and some knitting reveals. And after that, I will talk about, or attempt to talk about, the stuff I cast on. So let's get into it. Sir, what do you have to say for yourself? And now it's being blocked. I've pinned it all down. I just make like random shapes with my foam puzzle pieces for blocking. And yeah, till it fits on and then it's fine. And now it will dry and that will be good. And I've got one of my other shawls. Incidentally, don't mind the mess by the way. Incidentally, the other one knit out of Wild Atlantic yarn, lace weight yarn. And we yarn company's Hyacinth Boucle. Yeah, so this is the one I knit first, which I've washed several times, and usually I just put them on this drying rack and just have the points like weighted down with just clothespins. And it works really well, and it beats having to do this every single time I wash it. With some of the really large ones, I have to do it because it doesn't fit on here. And ideally, I want to get another drying rack that is flat here, because the wool doesn't tend to stick out in that. It dries really quickly, so it doesn't get a chance to like have like weird shapes. But I've noticed with acrylic ones, it sometimes does, and that's a pain. So ideally, I want to get another clothes rack at some point. Or just move this downstairs and try by putting the two IKEA ones next to each other. But yeah, so I'm going to have to find another solution for this eventually. But yeah, so I'm going to cast on another project because I feel too miserable right now to knit with teeny tiny needles. So I'm going to cast on a cat blanket for Job, which I got yarn for. Supervisor Kiwi has arrived to check on the blankie progress. She wants it right now. She always does this. She's like, you cannot have a break. You cannot even pause to have a drink of water. You must knit my blankie. It's on 9mm needles, so it goes quite fast. I better get to it. Before I start talking about my crazy cast-on fever, because I was so sad because of being miserable and missing out on stuff, that I cast on a bunch of things. But first up, I wanna address this. Look at this super fun spider web. My neighbor my friend Jessica crocheted this for me. Look how cool it is. I've been wearing it on my hip as like a little spiderweb detail over my skirts. But I need to find like a good place. It also really works as a bandana, but I don't feel like bandanas suit me all that well, so I've not worn it like that. But yeah, it's super cute. The cats have been wearing it as well. They tried it on when Jessica was here, and it's like, Job was like, this could be my Halloween costume. So I will have some pictures of the cats wearing it. Like properly inserted, because, you know, the cats deserve the full screen and not just a little bit on screen. But anyway, so I got some things, and let's see. I've gotten all over the place. I've not been that organized due to evil brain fog. So yeah, I am knitting a shawl. This is the Victory Kerchief by Sarah Lawrence. I believe the shop is called Muse 2023, but don't pin me on that one. Yeah, I've knit this twice before. I've knit a Ace flag shawl for my friend Valentine, and then I've knit a Disability Pride shawl for myself, both in cotton. And this is Drops Merino Extra Fine. I basically bought some Drops yarn because I saw lots of YouTubers that I watch use Drops yarns, and I figured like, okay, I'll give it a go. And I don't hate it, but I like Lang Yarns' Merino 120 a lot more. So even though this is cheaper, in the future I will just get the Lang Yarns Merino instead. Also because I can get Lang Yarns at like really fun yarn shops, not local to me because I don't have a local yarn shop anymore, alas. But yeah, like Woolly Wonka is like a really fun shop, and they carry a lot of Lang, and I rather pay a little bit more and support them than get it online. Plus, if I have to pay shipping, it doesn't end up to be that much cheaper anyway. So there is that. And it's just a preference. I mean, I get why people like it because it's not a bad yarn. I just like Merino 120 a lot more because this is Merino 120 and I just love it more. It's way softer and flowier. So yeah, personal preferences. These are the Gandalf arm warmers. They're still going strong. They're probably like a whole centimeter longer than last week, because these are the ones that I tend to take along when I have to wait for medical appointments. So they don't go that fast. But yeah, at least added progress is progress, am I right? So then I cast on the spiral tube socks, I think they're called, the heelless spiral socks. I cast them on again because I was knitting them last week on that Drops Merino, but then I decided that fully merino socks was probably not gonna be a long-lived sock, not in a DK weight in any case. So I cast them on again with Scheepjes Terrazzo that Claire got me for my birthday, my dear friend Claire. And yeah, I'm using a pattern I found on Ravelry. I will link it down below, and yeah, so far so good. I'm just still working on the first repeat. They're not punished, they're just in a little Ziploc because that way they don't get tangled up in another project, because this Sula bag fits like my life. I got this via Aiden of Undercover Otter and I've been customizing it. Last time you saw it, it had just got these two things, and now it has a little crocodile, which I got at Hexagon in Leuven, a little burp face, which I got at Loop. Well, I ordered it from Loop, as well as the acorn, and this I got from Julia in Antwerp. So basically lots of small shop buttons. But yeah, I digress. The last thing I'm knitting is this, and it doesn't look like much yet, but this is also a Sarah Lawrence pattern. This is called The Hood, and I'm knitting it out of some Hobby yarn, some Amigo, I think it's XL, that I got last year. I don't buy from Hobby anymore. No shade to people that do, but I personally will not. I went into it like 2 videos ago, so I'm just gonna point you to that one rather than repeat myself for people who have been here before. But long story short, I'm just fed up with Hobby. And they do have cool yarns though. I will say that they have cool yarns. The quality is questionable. The second I opened the skein, like on the end of the yarn, there was like bits of glued together plastic, and I was like, okay, that's promising. So far so good though. There's been nothing else in the yarn. But this is like I said, the hood, and this is going to be like a really oversized version. I knit it once last year and I've worn it loads, but somehow I still don't have pictures of me wearing it, since it makes not, but I will link to the pattern down below anyway. I will link to everything down below. But yeah, so I decided that I was going to do an oversized version. Normally you knit it on 4.5mm needles, but I'm knitting it on 6.5 because I figured if I knit it oversized and get great big buttons, I can have like a hood version of Sam's mask, Sam from Trick or Treat. I found giant buttons at Hexagon in Leuven. And I was so happy. Like seriously guys, if you're in Leuven and you need buttons or haberdashery, or like they've got patterns and fabric and some craft supplies, it's like one of those really fun, quaint, family owned shops, like a proper small shop, like where you can find all sorts of things. So definitely recommend popping in and having a look if you're in Leuven, because it is so fun to browse and I always find something. Mostly buttons, but I mean the crocodile buttons, come on. Yeah, if they ever get acorn buttons in stock, I will buy so many. Anyhow, I digress. And my skein just ran away. Well, fell off and like rolled over there. It's fine. So yeah, I've done less of the because normally it's 24 rows of the color. I've only done 10 or 12, can't remember, and then just started the pattern because Sam's hood has like this little frilly bit, so I will put in some I-cord when I'm done. If the I-cord isn't exactly the same brown, that's fine. I have a Scheepjes Color Crafter in a lighter brown than this, but that still matched really well, so that could be a really good I-cord color. And I've ordered a Kordsmith from the Wee Yarn Company, so hopefully I will finally be, well, I've got it now, but I've not used it yet, but hopefully I'll be able to finally make I-cords without getting the stress, because I will not knit them. That just takes forever and it gives me zero joy. My Prim I-cord maker is unreliable, because like you'll be just like turning the wheel, well, it's not really a wheel, the handle, and then all of a sudden it will just drop a stitch and you have to start over and it takes forever and it's treacherous. But yeah, so figured out big hood, giant big buttons, and yeah, it could be like a fun Halloween accessory. I don't think I will get it finished this Halloween, and I hope I have enough yarn. I got 4 skeins of this. Yeah, normally that's like 400 meters. If there's not a skein that is like treacherous and doesn't have enough yardage and stuff like that, that has happened. Admittedly, Hobby did immediately replace that skein. They just sent me a new one when I emailed them and told them about it. So that was that. The customer service was really good at that point. Yeah, so I hope I have enough yarn. When I knit it last year on like the needles that the pattern said, the 4.5, I used up a lot less than what the pattern said I needed, so that was good. I used, I think, less than 300 meters in total, because I knit it on Scheepjes Color Crafter held together with 2 strands of lace weight merino. And that worked out really, really well. So I'm hoping that I will have enough yarn still. Fingers crossed. If not, I don't know what I'll do, because that would suck. That would really, really suck. Because I don't want to order more yarn on Hobbii. So there is that. But yeah, that's everything I am knitting.